You could have been eating these foods wrong your entire life without realizing you're missing out on their nutrients. Or you could have been avoiding these foods because of the digestive discomfort they cause. My name is Oksana. A little bit of my favorite blend spice. What I'm about to share will completely change how you look at these whole food staples. Here I'm talking about grains, legumes, and nuts. After my lentil quinoa buns video went viral, so many of you wanted to know the benefits behind pre-soaking lentils and quinoa. So today I'm breaking down the science behind pre-soaking grains, beans, and nuts and busting through some negative myths about anti-nutrients. And just so you know, in this video, I'm using beans and legumes, these two words interchangeably. This video is about how to make these powerful plant foods work for you. And if you think these foods aren't that important, think again. Decades of research and large-scale epidemiological studies show that people who consume more plant-based, whole foods have far better outcome when it comes to inflammation, metabolic health, and even chronic disease prevention. I want you to start thinking, it is not just what you eat, but also how you prepare your food. So here are two big reasons why you want to start soaking your grains, beans, and nuts. Number one, easier digestion. Number two, better nutrient absorption. Let's break these down step by step. Why do we want better, easier digestion? Most people associate bloating and gas with beans, and rightly so. That's because legumes contain special sugars called oligosaccharides that our body can't fully break down. So instead, our bacteria starts breaking them down in our gut, and the result, bloating and flatulence. Who wants to feel that way? But here's the magic. Soaking takes care of these sugars, making beans far easier for your belly. But it's not just beans, nuts and grains, even though they're not high in the same oligosaccharides, can also cause digestive upset. Why? Because of their enzyme inhibitors and tough fibers that make them hard to digest. Soaking softens them, activates their enzymes, and makes them gentler on your gut. Now, let's get very clear about anti-nutrients and what the big fuzz is about, because there's a lot of noise about anti-nutrients and people get very fearful of these foods. So how can you unlock the maximum nutritional value? So here's one thing that is very often misunderstood. It's not that these compounds are inherently bad for us, but rather how we prepare the food. Our ancestors understood this way before these terms anti-nutrients and phytotoxins became a trend. Grains, legumes, and nuts are packed with minerals, iron, calcium, zinc, magnesium, but they also come with naturally occurring compounds, and that's what we call anti-nutrients or phytotoxins. And the example would be phytates or lectins. These compounds can bind to these minerals and block your body from absorbing them. And this is exactly where soaking steps in. It breaks down these phytotoxins, reducing their grip on essential nutrients, making vitamins and minerals more available for your body to use. So you're not just eating healthy, you're actually absorbing it. We are not just what we eat, we are what we absorb. Remember this. Okay, so next time you hear these words, anti-nutrients, phytotoxins, phytates, lectins, don't automatically jump to conclusion that they are villains, because context matters here more. Take kidney beans, for example. If you take a handful of raw kidney beans and eat them, you literally can die from being poisoned by harmful lectins. This is how high they are in lectins. Cook them and you're going to be okay. Cooking reduces lectins by up to 70%. But pre-soak them and then cook them, and you're going to reduce their harmful effect by up to 99% and be able to absorb most of their nutrients. By the way, if you're looking for simple healing recipes that follow all of these principles and beyond, grab my Gut Rebalance Cookbook. It is filled with meals that are designed to nourish your gut, your digestion, reduce inflammation, make you feel amazing, and of course, they're delicious. It's probably the most important part. I'll link it below this video. Now we have got to the most interesting part. How do we actually soak? Here's a simplified method I personally use and recommend, because if you start researching, you get a ton of conflicting data. Soak this nut for 7 hours and that grain for 12 hours and that bean for 14 hours. Who can remember all of this? Let's just keep it simple and effective. Soak them overnight. You're never going to go wrong with it. Put it in a bowl, add filtered water, add a little extra water for beans and grains because they expand in water. And that's it. Simply leave it overnight and you're going to do better than most people. If for whatever reason you don't have a chance to cook them next day, simply change the water and leave them soaking for another 12 hours, up to 24 hours. Now here's the secret ingredient, not just water. For grains and legumes, you're going to add apple cider vinegar or lemon juice, 1 tablespoon to 1 cup of grains or legumes. I personally prefer apple cider vinegar. I just find it more convenient and easy, and usually keep a bottle of raw unfiltered apple cider vinegar with the mother next to my sink, and it just makes the whole process easy. Adding an acidic medium like apple cider vinegar or lemon juice to your soaking water helps create an environment that activates enzymes and encourages the breakdown of anti-nutrients such as phytic acid and lectins, especially in grains and legumes, making minerals like iron, zinc, and calcium more bioavailable. Now for nuts, you can also use apple cider vinegar, but there is a better option, a large pinch of Himalayan or sea salt added to the soaking water instead of apple cider vinegar. Salt helps deactivate enzyme inhibitors specific to nuts, making them easier to digest and more gut-friendly. If you prefer to eat them raw, you want to eat them the same day. Otherwise, roast them afterward for that perfect crunch and a longer shelf life. And of course, common sense, make sure you rinse everything really well before eating or cooking. By the way, there are 2 other food processing methods that accomplish the same goals. And let me remind you what they were. So we wanted the easy digestion and a better nutrient absorption. So can you guess what they are? Well, I'll give you one. Sprouting is one of them. Can you guess what the second one is? Let me know in the comments. If you found this video helpful, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to learn how to heal your body with food. Oh, and if you're just beginning your healing journey, I have an awesome free resource for you, Gut Wellness Assessment Tool that is filled with actionable steps you can start taking as soon as today. I'll link it below this video. Grab it because I made it just for you.